Hey, Freedom from Food Warriors. Today I'm focusing on unsafe foods or safe foods. So the question was, how can I get more comfortable, or how can I get brave enough to try new foods and not always stick with safe foods? Well, let's go through what a safe food is for you. So for me, it was definitely to do with routine and structure. When you're in routine and structure, you feel safe, you feel secure. You know how many calories are in there. You know what the effect that food will have on your body. So it almost becomes a safety blanket. How are you going to overcome that? First of all, let's figure out what unsafe means to you. To me, back in the day, unsafe would mean something with really high calories, potentially, something that was enjoyable. So that would be completely off my list. So, high calories is a fat. So are you avoiding fat altogether? Are you thinking low fat? Something I've researched is that fat is actually the purest form of fuel that the body can use. So think of it like when you're burning sugar, you burn black smoke. When you're burning fat, you'll burn clean smoke. If that makes any sense. So the body recognizes fat a lot quicker, and it deals with fats as an energy source a lot quicker than it would deal with carbohydrates, even though carbohydrates would be its first choice. So fats are not all evil, and really good fats are good for the brain, good for the skin, so many other reasons as well, hormones. And so good fats are things like olives, avocados, nut butters, olive oils, coconut oils. Something to consider to add. Then we think about the carbs. Now, people might think that's unsafe because if you eat carbs, you're going to get fat. Carbs ultimately turn into sugar. Just like everything is broken down in the body pretty much to glucose. So I think there's important to have a balance there, which I'm going to come back to in a second. Let's just talk about protein for a second. So if proteins are off for you, that's generally meat and animal products. Think about it again, because when you eat sufficient protein, you actually feel more satisfied, and therefore you have less cravings. It takes more energy for the body to break down protein as well. So it's a great idea to up your protein in your current diet. It's also the basis for your immune system, which is super important to maintain. If you're going to restrict any of these, then it's almost like, as you say, I can't have that. Your body wants it, and I'm sure you can all relate to that. So it does really lead to sort of binging on it or purging on things that you don't allow yourself. So it comes back to the word balance, which I've spoken about before. How can you eat a balanced diet? Now, one of the ways I did it is work with some professionals. So, dietitian, naturopaths, personal trainers, nutritionists. And that's been great. I've also done all of my own research as well. So don't take their word for it, and actually look and see what's going to work for you. Now, even I find it tricky in my daily life. I have a routine. I have what I eat. I have when I eat, just because of my lifestyle at the moment, which has got many moving parts. So I find it tricky to vary my diet as well. Variation in your diet is so important for the body and all the minerals and the micronutrients that you need. So I'm going to challenge myself and challenge you. How can you overcome this? Let's think about putting one new food a week into your current nutrition. I'm not going to call it a diet. I'm going to call it nutritional plan. One new food a week that you're going to attempt to include into your nutritional plan, and understand why it is good for you. So it could be, I'm going to try 1 teaspoon of almond butter. It's high in magnesium. It's got good fats in it. It's got some salts. There's a whole lot of fiber in it as well. Check it up. So that might be an example. So focus on how this food is going to better you and how it's going to be nourished or nourishing your body and improving you. That's the focus. I hope that's a good task. Let's see how we go. Let me know what food you're going to challenge yourself with down below. Lots of love. See you in the next one. Bye.